What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Nekwaya. So today's video is my very first video of 2020, right? So I kind of just wanted to come on here, sort of set the tone. I did one of these videos last year where I kind of like was reflecting on the previous year and then kind of like the things that I wanted to do going forward in the new year. And so I thought I'd have a look back onto that video and then maybe also just talk about some of the things that I'm looking forward to or things that I want to achieve in 2020, while of course doing my makeup, because what's more fun than doing makeup and talking, right? So if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you'll remember that, hold on, let me just go to my YouTube app. You'll remember that I posted a video. I'm gonna pull it up. Nope, videos. I posted it last year. No, that's not the one. I posted it last year. Well, it's not showing the date, but basically it was titled Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, Reflecting on 2018. Let's see. Okay guys, so I just did a quick throwback, quickly watched what I did in that video, and I think mostly what I had spoken about was really my work, my relationship with God, and just like trying to be a bit more balanced in terms of work life and personal life, because my job does get a bit crazy at times and it's often hard to remember to balance both sides of my life. So that being said, I'm gonna quickly start doing my makeup, because I think like if I start talking I'll never actually get to doing my makeup. So I'll talk and do my makeup. I will not name any of the products that I'm using. If you guys want to know about something, I will link everything down below. No, I will not link it, I'll name it in the description box down below. That being said, you guys, so a quick reflection on 2018. For me, 2018 was definitely it was a year that was mixed, right? I think I have mixed feelings when it comes to like the year, because obviously a lot of good things happened, but at the same time a lot of very challenging things also took place. So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, it was a bad year, period, because no, like a lot of good things happened, things that I'm super grateful for. So yeah, so I think for me, obviously the highlights, now whether good or bad, would obviously be getting married to genuinely someone who is like my best friend ever and like just the best partner in person ever. And then getting to move to New York for work was again another highlight for me during this past year. I think I can't necessarily say it was a dream come true, because I unfortunately didn't have this dream in the beginning. Like, it's not something that I had on my dream list, but it's definitely something that God put in my life in the craziest way possible. And he led me here completely. Like, I remember at times questioning certain things, why certain things weren't happening in my life, and now looking back, I realized that had those things happened, I would have never been here. And I think I'm so lucky and so grateful and so blessed to be here. Like, and not just, I mean, in terms of, oh, it's New York and whatever, but just mean in terms of professionally, guys. Like, that alone is like such a huge benefit. I get to learn a lot. I have so many opportunities to grow as a diplomat and someone who's involved in international relations. Like, it's honestly amazing. And just the people that I get to meet every single day, like it's truly a blessing. And then of course living in this city is again amazing. Like, it's such an opportunity that few people get lucky with, and I'm so blessed that it came along my way. obviously a highlight, which is obviously not the best part of my year, was losing my brother. Now, I kind of debated a little bit with myself about what I should say in terms of that aspect of 2019, because I think for me it's still very hard to talk about. But I thought I would just say a few things, just because I know a lot of people, especially people who know me personally, that watch my channel or follow me on social media. A lot of people definitely are obviously concerned and, you know, want to know how I'm doing and stuff like that. And I think for me, suffice to say that I think that grief is definitely a part of life. I think that we all go through it at some point or another. You know, we will all go through grief. And I think what I've realized in the past 2.5 months is simply that it's something that you shouldn't let overtake you, right? I think it's okay to feel grief in certain moments. It's okay to be sad and to mourn because you've obviously lost something or someone. And I think just the trick is making sure that it doesn't overwhelm you, because you still need to live. And I'm sure, well, not I'm sure, yeah, I know for a fact that, for one, that's not how God intended for you to live your life. And two, I'm sure the person that you've lost or whatever you've lost don't want you to be in that position where you're like a shadow of your former self. So I think for me, that's where I found my balance, in that I have accepted that it's a part of life. These things happen. And secondly, that it's gonna take time. So I'm allowing myself definitely the time to grieve and, like, you know, be sad about it. But obviously, there I go, getting all emotional again. But definitely allowing myself to be sad in those moments. So sometimes I'll have a sad day, sometimes I'll not. But I don't let a sad day become a sad week or a sad month, because I still definitely have to live my life. Because life goes on. And I think that's the beauty of grief, is that life is gonna go on. And that is one thing you can definitely count on, that like life will go on. You know, you'll get through it, you know. It will take time, but you'll definitely get through it. I think for me, that has been like my saving grace. And of course, reading my Bible and like praying about it for me has been a lifesaver. One of the things that I also want to do is obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but I definitely do want to go see like a therapist. I don't know, a lot of people, especially in the Black community, are very anti-therapy, or it's maybe not anti, but it's a very foreign concept to a lot of people, because people feel like, I don't know, that they can't open up to a stranger. But for me, it's important, or the reason that I want to go to therapy is because I know that I need to learn how to process a lot of these feelings and emotions, because a lot of them are new to me. I don't know, I've never lost anyone that close to me, so I've never had to go through a lot of these emotions. And I definitely think that speaking to a professional can help with that. I'll obviously take my time in doing that, because I think it doesn't help going to therapy when you're not ready, because then you're not actually achieving anything. Because you want to go to therapy when you're ready and like able to be open and honest about what you're feeling. So that is definitely something I'm doing or want to do, in terms of like my journey to healing and getting better. So yeah, so that was the bad part of my life. But other than that, honestly, for me, 2019 was a good year. It was a very challenging year, because let me tell you, we went through it. And I'm not just talking about losing, we went through the most. Like, things kept coming, you know, minute after minute, day after day. And like, one thing that I am like 1000% positive, and like what kept me going, was God, you guys. Like, literally, I remember at some point not even being phased anymore, because I was just like, well, I know that as a person I can't do anything anymore, but I know that my God, he's got me and he's gonna fix it. And let me tell you, he did. God got me through it, you guys. one thing that for me stands out this year was, so with my work, in order to get posted on a diplomatic posting abroad, we actually go through like a rigorous selection process. We have like a written test, we do oral interviews and stuff. And unfortunately for me, the timing of the test and my wedding was literally on top of each other. So I got married on Saturday, and then the Monday I had to do my interview. So if you're Black or Vambo, then you know that our weddings are intense. So imagine coming from that. And I mean, the festivities weren't over on Sunday, but on Monday I had to be up and I had to do that interview. And you know, I remember thinking there's nothing, physically nothing on this earth that I can do when it comes to this interview, but only God can, because he's got the wheel now. Like, he can move mountains, and he's definitely gonna move mountains in my life. And best believe he did. That the good Lord did. And you know, those are some of the things that I look back onto this year, and I'm just like, what an amazing God, right? So yeah, so that was 2019. One of the things that in 2019, speaking of God, is that I really managed to have a more intentional relationship with God, which was definitely something that I wanted to do. It was definitely something that I wanted to achieve in 2019, and I feel like I did that. And I know a lot of times people are like, you know, how do you do that? It's so hard. Like, I'm praying and I'm reading my Bible, and no lie, those things help. Like, obviously the best way to know God is to read the Bible, to pray more, and just have that one-on-one relationship with him. But what I found for me that really changed everything for me was stepping away from things that made me feel uncomfortable coming to God. So what I mean by this is things that I'll do, right? And I mean, it's not a wrong thing to do, whatever, but I just felt that it took something away from me, that when I came before God, I didn't feel whole. I didn't feel able to be open with God the way I wanted to. So I tried to do certain things. So I'm gonna be transparent with you guys here. One of the things that I did was I actually stopped like drinking, like completely. Not that I was a drunk, always hungover, whatever, but I just felt like my relationship with alcohol was one where the alcohol definitely had more control than I did. So again, I wasn't going around getting drunk, because people seem to think that it's only when you've gone to the extreme that you should step away from that thing. Because for me, I wasn't constantly getting drunk or being out and making a fool of myself, but I just felt that I wanted to be able to go out, be able to have alcohol or not have alcohol, and still be the same person. So whether I had one drink or two drinks, I still wanted to be the same person. Whether I didn't drink or drink, I want to be the same person. And because of that, I had to make that decision. Like, I'm giving up alcohol. I gave up alcohol for 90 days, you guys. 90 days. And let me tell you, the results of that were for me so profound, because it gave me so much clarity and just like of what my relationship with alcohol was. Because I think I definitely was a bit of a social drinker, so I definitely drink more in social settings. I mean, I do, like, for example, love wine. Like, I have an appreciation for wine and like the wine making process and the different types of wine. And I definitely was more of a social drinker, so I definitely drink when I go out. But I just found that it was just to a point where like it was affecting me, and every time when I'd look back on it I'd be upset. And it was things like, oh, if it's a Saturday, then I won't want to go out because I know I probably will drink, but I want to go on Sunday. And those were things I felt like were distancing me away from God and the person that I saw myself as who God was saying I should be. So I gave up alcohol for 90 days, and in that time I was able to just again evaluate my relationship with alcohol, so that when I got, well, at the end of the 90 days, I was able to, the roles were basically switched. So I was definitely in a position where for me, I could be like, it's me who has the control, not the alcohol, if that makes sense to you guys. So yeah, so I mean, I'm definitely back to having alcohol every now and then, but I'm more comfortable with it, and I'm more like, if I have a drink, I know that it's definitely not going to put me in a position to not be the person who I want to be. And I think that's one of the things that helped me, and I think it's definitely something I want to apply to other areas of my life, because it's essentially like, does this thing move me closer to God or not? And if it doesn't, how can I change it, or how can I move it out of my life so that it doesn't impede that relationship? So yeah. Okay, actually, before I go into 2020, I'm actually just gonna pause the camera and speed through. No, I'm not gonna pause. I'm gonna pause talking and speed through my eyes, because I feel like I've been working on my eyes for a very long time now, and you guys don't want to watch an hour video. Neither would I. So hold on. So my eyes are done for now, so now I'm gonna move on to my face. Okay, and I'm gonna continue talking about 2020, sorry, we're done with 2019. So for 2020, you guys, I am gonna be very ambitious this year. I am having a bold and audacious 2020. I have a ton of, well, not a ton, I have a number of goals that I definitely want to smash through this year. And I think one thing that I was very mindful of when I was setting them up is that I decided to make them as detailed as possible. So like in the past, I'd be like, oh, I don't know, for example, pay off my credit card. But then I wouldn't say what was the plan for that, and I'd kind of make the plan up as I would like go along. And I mean, which is fine, but the problem with that was when you don't have a plan, it's so easy for other things to like come in and like derail your goals. So I basically literally, for every goal that I set, I did a roadmap on how to get there. So for example, I'm gonna take you guys through some of my goals. I have, for example, one of my goals is, hold on, I have my little planner with me, so I'm gonna quickly pull that up. So I have that one of my goals is to do I don't want to tell you guys this, but okay. It's, for example, to pay off my car, and because I haven't sold it, I still owe the bank money, even though I'm not driving it. So it's to pay off my car debt, so pay off all my debt. And then I also have a savings goal that I want to achieve this year. And basically how I'm going to do that, I literally wrote it down. I broke it down as in, these are the amounts that I want to save every month and put towards those financial goals. And I mean, I put down where they should come from, all of that good stuff. Like I literally have everything written down. One of my other goals is like this project that I'm working on in terms of like business that I want to get off the ground, but it's definitely not something that I'm rushing into, because it's something that I really want to do well and properly. So for example, I wrote down like what I want to achieve for that brand that I'm trying to build up this year, you know. So what am I want to achieve for it by the end of this year. So that I wrote down too. And even like things in terms of my family, because one thing that I definitely want to be very mindful of, and that's a very big goal for me, is making sure I don't lose any family ties or connections because I'm so far away from home, right? So that's something I'm definitely working on. So I literally have mind maps for each and every goal. And one of the things that I did as a way of kind of like investing into myself and investing into my goals and how I can achieve them is I bought this amazing like planner for 2020, you guys. I'll show it to you guys in just a minute when I finish my face foundation. But it's basically a Christian planner because obviously you guys know I'm Christian, right? So I wanted a planner where, because I'm a writer, so I write everything down, like my schedule. I have a diary for my schedule and all my appointments and meetings, and I just wanted to incorporate like my work life and my Christian life and my personal life all in one. So like I didn't want to have like 5 different planners dealing with 5 different topics of my life, because I feel like everything goes together and it's important that they should be able to mesh and gel well. So I got this Christian planner that is just so amazing. It's literally so detailed and just literally asks all the questions that you need to answer in terms of like your goals and just achieving all these habits and things that you want to achieve. I'm going to show it to you guys just now because I don't think I can do it justice by talking about it. Like I literally have to show you guys. Okay, so I'm going to pause there. So I just grab my planner. So this is my planner. This is the 2020 Christian planner. I bought it on the website christianplanner.com. And basically, when you open it, it kind of like has a guide on how you should use it. I don't know what you guys can see from here, but I'm going to link it down below, because actually when you go on the website before you buy it, which is an amazing thing, you can download the PDF of the planner, so you kind of just know what you will be expecting. And then I love that the very first part of it, this space, is for your vision board. You can do your vision board, and then at the bottom it has like a bucket list for 2020, and then like the next 5 years, and then for your lifetime, and then it also has this page here where you basically put down your healthy habit goals. So basically things that you want to do daily, things that you want to do 1 to 2 times a week, 1 to 2 times a month, and then 1 to 3 times a year. So for me, like one of the daily healthy habits that I want to get into is calling or texting my family more, praying consistently, definitely drinking more water, because guys, I suck when it comes to that. And then I also want to like be more intentional about like keeping a clean house. Like I clean like weekly or whatever, but I definitely want to like make like every day my house is clean. Like I don't want to have to do this huge spring cleaning on the weekend. Like I want my house to be clean every single day. Some things that I want to do 1 to 2 times a week, for example, is read a book and like exercise, which I already do once a week, but I definitely want to step that up. And then like 1 to 2 times a month, I've definitely put down self-care in all manners and forms. So whether it's like bodily wise, mind wise, spiritually, or just self-care. And then 1 to 3 times a year is definitely go on vacation. I don't go on vacation, guys. I love work. I love to work, and it's something that can be very unhealthy. So I definitely want to de-stress, unwind, and go on vacation. We're actually planning a trip with my husband because it's going to be our 1-year anniversary in June, and we didn't go on honeymoon last year, so we definitely want to have a nice trip for that. And then obviously you also have space here to write down your goals. But the beautiful thing for me about this planner is that it has space before the start of every week where you do your weekly devotional and you write down your sermon notes from church, and then your Bible study notes. It also has a place for reflection. So the question here is, what were the blessings in my life last week? And then what am I grateful for right now? I think those are such important questions, because it's so easy to chalk up the day or the week to one bad incident, and then you forget the important and beautiful things that happened in this week. So I think it's so great that you get to reflect weekly, because I'll be the first to admit there's not always time to reflect daily. So that this forces you to do it is amazing. And then there's also on the next page like a space for you to put your Bible study notes, to doodle, and just like prepare your mind for the coming week, taking into account, of course, what your sermon notes are. And then here at the bottom it says action. How can I improve my life, my relationship with God and with others this week? And then you have to write down things that you're going to commit to doing in answer to that question for the next week. So it has a column for yourself, for God, and for others. I think it's so important. Definitely one of my goals this year is also to pray for other people more and not just be focused on myself. So then it has like, you know, your daily schedule, and then it has like your healthy habit tracker. And so basically that's how every week kind of starts off, and obviously they're all sorts of Bible verses in the book all over that you can just meditate on. And I think it's just beautiful that every week has that space for God and for you to start your week off with God. You know, I love that. So yeah, so that is this planner. It's phenomenal, you guys. I will link it down below. I honestly don't know if they ship internationally, but they're an American company. But again, where there's a will, there's a way. So if you really want it, you know, you can find ways. Like I used to find ways to ship things back home all the time. So there are many ways you can do that. So yeah, like you guys, I think for me, one of my biggest things that I'm doing this year is like, I want to level up. You know, I want to invest in myself, in my life, you know, in the things that I'm doing. I'm not just gonna let it be by the way things, you know, like I'm not just letting things happen. I think when my husband said it very well, he said, we can't just react anymore. You know, it's not enough to just be reacting, you know. We should have more control over the things that are happening in our lives. And in order to do that, we have to be more intentional about the actions we take in our lives, right? Oh, one of my other goals, right, you guys, and I think it's such an important goal, especially, guys, if you're a young person. Let me tell you, I am turning 30 this year. And one of the things that I realized is that I have gotten very like comfortable, which is not a bad thing, but just like career-wise, life-wise, I've gotten comfortable. And I think that I need to step my game up in terms of work, for example. Like I want to learn more, and I'm not talking about just getting a master's. Like I want to like, when I say I'm talking about human rights, like I want to be an expert on human rights. You know, I deal with human rights at work. I want to be an expert. Like when a topic is on the news, I want to be a person that CNN can call up and ask for my opinion, you know. And that's the type of level up I'm talking about. Like, yes, we all understand how to do our jobs and what to do in the office when we do our work, but I mean, are you really an expert? Like, you know, can someone wake you up in the middle of the night and you just go off? Can you write about it confidently? And that I want to be confident in my work even more than I am right now, because I think so many times, I think especially like in Namibia, we focus a lot on like having a master's, having a degree. We don't focus on those technical skills. So like short courses and stuff that you can do in the workplace that will really just help you level up in terms of executing your job. So that's definitely something I want to do this year as well. I also, and I mean, this isn't a goal, but it's definitely something I want to do just in line with technical skills, is I want to learn a different language. I don't have to be fluent in it, but I definitely have to learn another language. What I want to do is I want to spray my face, then I'm going to apply my blush and my highlighter, then I'm going to apply my lashes and my lipstick, and then I'm going to be done. so I am officially done doing my makeup. I'm trying to lay this wig, guys. I'm like not good at laying wigs at all, but you know, it's 2020, so we're trying. This is a whole new look for me, like the short hair vibe, but I've always wanted to do short hair, just not on my own hair, so I thought I'd try it on a wig. I bought this wig last year. This is the Vicky Logan collab with my first wig. I will also link it down below. But yeah, guys, this is the look, and it was so good just being able to talk to you guys and just be open and stuff. I wish you guys the very best for 2020, and I think that if I had to give anyone any advice, I think it would be just to persevere, to push through, because joy comes in the morning, guys. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. I think that's a Bible verse that has been with me for the past few months, and it's so true. You just have to push through, as hard as it may be. Push through. Don't let your feelings overwhelm you. Don't let an extended period of sadness or depression get over you. Like, try and put a stop to it as soon as you can. And I wish you guys all the very best for 2020. Again, I hope you guys subscribe to my channel, because growing my YouTube channel is also one of my goals for 2020. Hence I'm posting again, and I'm posting things now that I really love. Like, I think like I'm gonna keep posting the vlogs because I realize you guys like the vlogs, but I also like doing makeup, and so I'm gonna post things that I enjoy, because that way I will be more consistent in my posting. That being said, you guys, I'll catch you guys in my next video, which will be a vlog. It will go up right after this one, because I've already filmed it. I just didn't want to put it up without, like, you know, doing this chat video with us. Let me know below what some of your goals are, and we can like just support each other through them, pray for each other through them. And also let me know, guys, what kind of videos do you want to see more of from me. And let's be respectful when we engage in the comments, because people be trying it sometimes. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.